Hi and welcome to Outwell. In this film I'm going to talk you through some of the features of our Delaware 5. The Delaware 5 is a large tunnel design tent which is aimed to sleep up to 5 people, and it fits into our AvantGarde collection. So with it being in our AvantGarde collection, you'll find that we're using our Outex 6000 fly sheet. That's a polyester material with PU coating on the inside, it has fully taped seams, and it has a hydrostatic head of 6000mm. The fabric has been treated to make sure that it's fire retardant. And what we've done here on all of the light mocha coloured panels is we've embossed the Outwell logo on there just to give an extra little bit of detail to the finish of the tent. You'll also find down the side of both sides we have these large ventilation panels, so if it's a little bit warmer outside you can open these up and get good ventilation in there, keeping you a little bit more cool and comfortable. If it does get a little bit too chilly though, we can just get rid of them simply by taking the Velcro tabs off and pushing down like so. The frame that we're using on the Delaware 5 is a steel frame from front to back, so it's very strong and sturdy and reliable, and we've colour coded the back pole there just to make sure that you get that one in the right place. You can see that the guy lines all the way around the tent are luminous, so hopefully you won't trip over them quite as easily when it's a little bit darker outside. And each one of the guy lines has its own retainer system, so when it comes to packing down the tent we can take the guy line, wrap it up in our hand, pop it in here so that the next time we come to use the tent it's easily accessible. This tent also uses the Outwell Wind Stabilizer System, and what that's designed to do is directly attach the fly sheet onto the frame of the tent using these Velcro tabs here. And when we do that at the top and at the bottom, and then we guy out all these guy lines all the way around the tent, you'll find that the tent will be very sturdy and very stable on days like this when it's very windy. Another feature on here is that we use the Outwell easy pegging system. So we have 3 different types of pegs with this tent. We have these 4 solid steel pegs for the 4 corners, so that would be your anchor pegs. We then have these luminous pegs to go with your luminous guy lines, and your black plastic pegs to go in all the black pegging points around the tent. So it's really in the name there, it's designed to be nice and easy to make sure that you get the right peg in the right place. Coming around the front of the tent we can see that we've got these really large windows all the way around here. Each one of these windows is a tinted window, so it serves 2 key functions. The first is to reflect some of the sunlight away from the inside of your tent, keeping you a little bit more cool and a little bit more comfortable. And the other, with them being tinted, obviously you're going to get far better privacy within your tent as well. Now, these panels at the side here can be zipped up and rolled away like this front door is at the moment, but a really unique feature of the Delaware is that you can actually zip off this entire front panel, creating an open awning. When we come round to the entrance, you can see that even just on the standard door here, you've got really good head height, so being able to walk in and out very simply and easily, and good width to get all your bits and pieces in and out of the tent as well. When we step in here, you're stepping into our Panorama Room, and what that means is we have these windows which curve all the way around the outside here, which is obviously going to give you fantastic views from every direction out of your tent. In the Panorama Room you'll find that there is a zip out ground sheet which is just in here. And it's a double coated polyethylene material, so it's really tough and durable, and it has a hydrostatic head of 10,000mm, and as I said it zips in on 3 sides and then toggles around the front. Each of the windows throughout the tent has its own curtain, and you can see here that we can just toggle them away in their pockets at the bottom here, like so. But the nice thing about them being zipped is that you can choose just exactly how much light you're letting into the tent or how much privacy you want. And obviously they can be completely zipped closed as well. Another nice feature on here is our drying rail, so there's one on both sides of the Panorama Room there, so nice and easy to hang up your towels and any storage facilities and things like that that you might have as well. Stepping through into the living area of the tent, one thing that's very apparent is just how much space there is in here. I'm about 195cm tall, and you can see there's plenty of head height here and lots of space for tables and chairs and storage and things like that. Again, you've got these large tinted windows in this area too, so that allows enough light in here for it to feel very spacious, and again you have still got your zip up curtains there as well. There are 2 side doors on this tent, both of which have got mesh ventilation panels which you can drop down if the door's open on the outside, and that's going to increase ventilation in here but keep out all the bugs. Your front door also has that as well. The dividing panel in the middle again has 2 large mesh panels on there, both with curtains, and when the door's closed again there's even more mesh there as well. In here we have a lantern hanging point just above my head, and we have cable tidies which run down to our cable entry point at the door, so you can bring your electrics into your tent without having to have your door open. Now the ground sheet in this area is the exact same type of material that I just described in the front of the tent. The only difference back here is that it's a sealed ground sheet and it's in a bathtub style. So what that means is it comes up at the edges, so you're not going to get any water coming in through there. You're going to keep out all the dirt and sand and things like that, and more importantly, you keep out those unwanted bugs as well. At the back of the tent is where we'll find our sleeping compartments, and as I mentioned earlier on, this tent sleeps up to 5 people. They're universal bedrooms from Outwell here, so what we have is we can have it as either one large bedroom, or as we have it at the moment, we can zip that piece of material in between those two to create 2 different bedrooms. These bedrooms are pre-attached, so it's a job you don't need to worry about when it comes to pitching the tent. And you can see that they're attached using our wave-shaped hanging point system up here, which just takes away any tension or stress off of the seam of the bedrooms. Some features on here, we have the pockets on the outside, there's some pockets on the inside, large mesh ventilation panels, and we have low light windows as well to enable you to see outside. A really nice feature of the universal bedroom though is that if you only want one bedroom, that's fine, because all we need to do is just unclip around the top and around the sides, and we take these zips in the middle here, and if we just undo those zips all the way around there, then you could drop this half of the bedroom and roll that away, leaving yourself with just a 1 bedroom at the back. Now, the tent comes in 2 different bags here. We can see that the poles come in this bag here, and then this large trolley bag is designed for all the fabric of the tent, so you can just wrap that up, pop it in there for the next time you come to use it. Optional extras for this tent include the carpet in this living space. There is the carpet for the panorama room, and there's also a footprint to go under the tent as well. So that's all the features of our Delaware 5. Thank you very much for watching.